Dear Chartered Accountants, working professionals and students in the domains of Indian auditing, accounting and the tax and regulatory space, welcome to podcast of Fca Deepak Rao, a practicing Chartered Accountant. Daily news and updates for 11th July 2023. Mumbai-based used car platform CarTrade Tech Ltd on Monday said it will acquire online marketplace OLX India's auto sales business for Rs 537 crore. The government has brought the Goods and Service Tax Network or GSTN under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act or PMLA. This means that the GSTN can now share information with Enforcement Directorate or ED and the Financial Intelligence Unit or FIU under the PMLA. The inclusion of GSTN under the PMLA will allow the ED and the FIU to access information about GST taxpayers. This information can be used to investigate cases of money laundering involving GST. For example, if the ED or the FIU suspects that a GST taxpayer is using fake invoices to evade taxes, they can access information from the GSTN to verify the authenticity of the invoices. The notification issued by the government on July 7, 2023 also provides for the sharing of information between GSTN and the ED and the FIU. This means that the ED and the FIU can share information with the GSTN if they find that any GST SSE is involved in suspicious forex transaction or other GST offences. In its inaugural report on the business enterprise and brand values of the Indian Premier League or IPL, global investment bank Houlihan Lokey said the standalone brand value of the IPL is now $3.2 billion, up by 80% from $1.8 billion in 2022. The business enterprise value of the IPL stands at $15.4 billion, up 80% from $8.5 billion in 2022, mainly due to the impact of the 2023 to 2027 media rights deal with Viacom18 and Disney Star after a fiercely contested auction. After touching the $2 billion mark in April to June last year, private equity investments dipped marginally by 5% year-on-year in Q1 financial 24 to $1.9 billion. While the drop in investment capital was marginal, there is a catch. A closer look at the latest data published by Anarock shows that apart from a single large ticket deal, PE activity in India remained mostly muted. The $1.4 billion between Brookfield Asset Management's PE fund and a consortium led by Brookfield India Real Estate Trust REIT and GIC formed 74% of the overall PE investments during April to June quarter. The GST Council, chaired by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, is expected to discuss the report of the group of ministers on online gaming, horse trading and casinos. Legal opinion has been sought on the levy of goods and service tax on online gaming, which is likely to be taken up by the GST Council in its meeting on June 11th. Valuation markdowns appear to have become the flavor of the season. Amid issues of corporate governance, layoffs, and more, the news of another startup's valuation getting slashed shouldn't be surprising. But in the case of FarmEasy, there has been some unease. Recently, media reports surfaced claiming that the medtech company was looking at a $292 million fundraise at a 90% valuation drop. This means that FarmEasy will not just slide out of the unicorn table, but its valuation will nosedive to $500 to $600 million, which is way lower than its last valuation of $5.5 billion during the peak of pandemic. FarmEasy has also come under the scrutiny for acquiring massive debt. It borrowed $285 million from Goldman Sachs to pay off an earlier debt incurred by Kotak Mahindra Bank to buy Thyrocare. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we care. Vande Mataram, Jai Hind.